Hello and welcome to Scarredlands, A Family Affair, Episode 7, Amelia. When last we met, our heroes were at the wedding, yes? Of,
Yeah.
Of, the poor, unfortunate, halfling girl who had undergone a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Dirty Dancing-esque sort of horrible life experience, and her orc fiance, now husband. And in the celebration of this marriage, this sort of step toward the future for these people, for the slaves that have been now freed, or in the process of being freed from this farm. Amid all this mirth, an associate of Zopa's arrived in response to a missive that Zopa had sent out a few days prior. And Zopa, can you remember or remind me or remind the audience precisely what that missive stated?
So she was trying to get the what's it called? The Scaled?
The Scaled.
Which is an order that spans the continent to come in and essentially free these halflings, but in doing so, help them to create essentially like an underground railroad to get other slaves out in exchange for their service.
Yes, and in response to this missive, a superior of yours in the Scaled, a woman by the name of Amelia, arrived at the wedding, told you that she was there to help, and that you would discuss matters on the morrow. So, with the wedding winding down, the party ending, I assume you all eventually make your way back to the house?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Anything, anybody going anywhere else that I should know of first? No? Awesome. So yeah, you make your way back home. Everybody gets good and set up. What would you like to do with the evening? Do you have anything you'd like to attempt to tackle before bedtime? Now, I'm assuming you still have the flesh strippers in the magic box, correct?
Yep. Guess so. There's air in there, right? That's the one thing I wanted to check. I would have checked that before the wedding.
It is not airtight, yeah. So
yeah.
They are good to go. When everybody gets in, why don't you all give me a perception check, if you do not mind.
Hey, I'm perceptive today.
Yes. Cheshire, not so much.
No,
Cheshire drank at the wedding.
Yep. Oh, possibly a important question. Did Zopa return to imbibing after becoming the recipient of a quicksilver spell?
No, she absolutely ruined that. So. And now feeling like a fool in front of her boss, she's just like, nope, gonna just stay sober.
I think that's perception.
As you wander in, Cheshire, you trip over the door frame and take 1 point of bashing damage as you take a knee.
Why is this door frame so high?
Oh my God. You drank too much, brother.
It's not the door frame.
Your dad comes in and helps you up to your feet. I think somebody needs to sleep it off.
No, no, wait. Yeah.
Millie, you're probably, I would assume at this point, kind of occupied, with the flesh strippers, with making sure that they're okay, and with handling that business, so you're not maybe as attentive as you might normally be to your surroundings. Mm-hmm. But the rest of you, double check numbers here. Oh yeah, the rest of you absolutely notice a couple of items out of place. The bedroom door, which you're all certain was closed when you left, is now hanging open. And
super dandy.
Triss, you can smell on the air that sort of musty odor that was in the basement.
Staff out, ready. Someone's been in here.
Yeah.
Someone went into the basement.
Bow out and
Are they
ready.
still in the basement?
Maybe.
Mm.
Did Zopa's friend come back?
I mean, maybe, but
Is there?
I say we just go close the door and lock it shut.
That is an option.
Time will work it out.
Well, didn't you guys say that the clerics were being nosy assholes before?
Supposedly they left.
Do you think they ran an errand before they left?
Right.
Open the bedroom door and peek in. Is the hatch open?
The hatch is not open. It is closed, and the bed is pulled back over it as it had been prior. But given to the fact that you rolled so well on your perception, I'm going to go ahead and give you this. It's probably 6 inches shorter over the plate than where you had it, so you can still kind of see the plate from the door.
Yeah.
Somebody moved the bed back, but did not move it back in the appropriate spot.
Yeah. Somebody's been in here. Somebody moved the bed and looked at the hatch. I don't know if they opened it yet. Look more
But they
closely
probably
for
also
that.
left. They're probably not down there. Unless somebody came in, let someone else go down there, and then closed it up and put the bed back over it. They're probably gone at this point.
Would the curse that entombed that phrases people wouldn't happen again now that we've tripped it the one time, would it?
It doesn't seem, as far as you know, no, it won't. Nothing has been done to reactivate it.
Yeah.
So, as far as you know, the lash broke that particular curse.
Mm.
Well, the thing that was important is we have the thing that we need out of there, right? And we're leaving, right? So
As I know, we got
let's
everything
just
valuable.
move a little faster.
Yeah, I mean, there was all those scrolls and everything too, so it was clearly valuable shit.
I had those scrolls in my backpack.
Yeah, no, I'm saying there was other.
Oh, yeah,
down
I gotcha.
Yeah,
They didn't take my stuff. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your dad says, "Well, I mean, I'm a little curious as to who might be onto us. You know, who would break into the house."
My money's on those Chardonnay
Or Journey
clerics.
Priest.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
could we do an investigation as a group to try and see if there's any leftovers,
Yeah.
any signs, clues?
Why don't you go
Fingerprints?
ahead and make a... Yes, you can dust for prints, absolutely. Go ahead and make a group investigation check. We'll say it's a DC 15, so half of you are going to need to hit it.
Zopa.
I did not contribute.
1, 2, 3. Yes. Wait, there's 6 of us. Damn it.
So I'm not
And we're
rolling
at
nothing
half
but
and half.
sevens today.
Yeah, we got 3.
We got 3. Okay, so half is enough. All right.
Apparently, I'm more of a stabbing than a searching rogue.
Right.
So as you're all looking it over, you come up with the oddest thing you find, actually, and you almost would have missed it, is that there is a strand of greasy black hair stuck in the door itself, like maybe somebody's with fairly long hair walked by and it got caught on the door jamb. Doesn't look like it belongs to any of you. Certainly doesn't look like it belongs to your father.
Did either of the priests have black hair?
No, one was blonde and the other one was very, very white-haired. Apart
What
from,
What about
Is it Enrique?
Enrique?
That's yeah.
you immediately think the only person you know that has long black hair that wasn't in this room is Enrique.
Damn that. Enrique.
what about your scaled friend? Did she have
I don't
black-
think she has,
She has black hair as well.
but she doesn't have greasy black hair, right?
Right. It's not like the strand itself has an oily sort of texture to it.
that
And I
does
suppose it would be possible that she stopped here before coming to the wedding. But do any of us sniff? Like have a better perception with smelling? Does this smell like Enrique?
Korggix just kind of looks at you entirely like, well, you offered yourself up, so you might as well get sniffing.
Does this smell like Enrique's lack of washing habits?
Just push it back into your can't smell that.
I think about it. And there was this dog. I had a dream that I was a dog once. And I'm a
Okay.
dog.
Excellent.
And I'm a very surprised looking dog. like
I'm
looking
very
around like
surprised looking
the hell.
Is she gonna keep
Whoa.
Is
doing
I
this?
thought she was bigger last time.
Yeah, when did she start doing this?
It's definitely a much smaller horse this time.
Yeah.
Listen, children, there comes a time in everyone's life where their body starts going through changes. We can have the big talk about it after she
I'm not
sniffs.
sure. Yeah, whatever.
One of those. Actually, I don't know what the CR of a dwarf hound is. That's what I was going for, but I have a feeling that's probably too high.
It's probably a little on the high side,
yeah.
but that's all right.
So something
Um,
like that, anyway. And in great surprise, I sniffed the hair.
All right. You have caught the scent. That's not a problem for you. Unfortunately, you've never sniffed Enrique while you were a dog. So you could certainly start tracking that smell if you would like.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I get to the door and I go to, and I'm like, I can't open the door.
I
Open
opened
the
the door.
All right. Millie opens the door, lets you
Like one point I hold up a paw and just sort of stare at it like,
go ahead and
This
give
is
me a.
annoying.
Let's do a perception with advantage because you've got the keen smell.
all right. Oof.
Nice. You get outside and are immediately overwhelmed with a waft of odor. The neighbors to the south, the what's their names? The Bakers have just fertilized their field, and so all you get is just country air smacking you all about the sinuses.
Yeah, this dog is coughing. Like, oh.
It starts
What's
patting
wrong
her
with
on
her?
the back.
Oh. And I'm just sort of standing there like and horrified. I'm like doing this with my paw, like, oh, God.
This horse is definitely really weird.
This is a pretty weird
And
horse.
then and I'm like, I changed back into me, like, oh my God. Ah, guts. Great Deneb, that
Are
is
you
horrible.
okay? What did you?
Oh, cows are so much more powerful when you're a dog. Oh,
Your dad sort of sniffs the air and goes, "Oh yeah,
oh, that is.
that makes sense.
I'm sorry, I couldn't track.
That's okay.
whatever
I appreciate
it
you.
is.
I appreciate you trying."
Oh.
You could ask the rats, maybe.
Your little friends.
Wouldn't they want
we'd
to
have
eat whatever they found?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they'd want to, but I've been working on teaching them leave it and drop it. And if I offer them an appropriate food reward, they will hopefully eat that instead. I'm thinking we try this with just one of them.
Hopefully.
I mean,
Okay.
The whole swarm.
That's
the
a
smartest one.
that's a good idea.
Bertram?
My biggest concern is if it was our neighbor and the rats don't listen, then we're going to be feeding our neighbor to a rat, which is not like, just seems risky. That's my thoughts.
Just one rat. Well, I mean, if the rat does bite our neighbor, then we can just pluck the rat off of the neighbor.
I haven't been like 20 times, and I'm fine. So I think this is a good plan.
It won't even hurt.
It won't even hurt. This is true.
Well, yeah. Okay. You've sold me on it. I don't know how. Let's try it. What's the worst that
I'm
could
gonna
happen?
stay here and try to think of a way to establish an alibi.
We'll release the rat and pretend like it escaped.
Wait. Wasn't he at the wedding?
No, don't.
Wasn't he at the wedding?
Enrique was at the wedding.
There was free food. Of course he was.
Yeah. He was the best flipping man.
I would like each of you to give me a wisdom check. We will have disadvantage on those for Cheshire and for Zopa.
So is this just...
Yay.
Here we go.
2.
Weddings aren't my thing. I was not paying attention.
Right.
I had other shit to worry
He was
about.
the best man,
apparently.
so we at least saw him during that.
Right. You all think back, and the last time you can remember seeing him was basically when he gave his riveting speech that was like, yeah, I guess it was kind of cool to see love happen and whatnot.
Wait, Enrique gave a speech? I don't even remember.
It wasn't very memorable.
The mirth and the joy and the dancing combined with Enrique's, shall we say, rather small personality, made it very easy for him to blend into the... You have no idea when he left. He may have stepped away from giving his best man speech and come straight here. You don't know.
Could have left early, yep. I don't remember seeing him on the dance floor.
And you would have remembered because Enrique's got me. and his vote for Pedro tabard.
Oh my god, that is the best. I want that.
Well, yeah, but then you're making him likable.
That's true. It's very true.
Get back in the paddock, Tina, you fat lard.
But yeah, so point being that Enrique was not, in fact, well, as far as you recall, you don't recall specifically that he was there when this could have happened. Like that, it's not a rock solid alibi as far as you're concerned at this point.
Mm. Is anything missing?
Not that you can see in terms of like your own possessions or your dad's possessions that are in the house itself.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't even look like anything was ransacked. Looks like whoever came in here knew where they were going, knew what they wanted, and went in and out, disturbing relatively little else.
Mm. Oh, poo.
Exactly
Well,
that
horse,
thing.
cow poo. Cow poo. I think my name was Spot. Well, maybe that's what I
Your
did.
dad passed you on the house.
Okay.
Well, you want to try this mouse thing?
Yeah.
All right. He walks over and has a seat at the table and just says, just holler if you need me to come make an excuse, I guess.
I scurry off to the barn. I slip on my metal glove.
All right.
I'm going with you. I figure the two of us together can better at training them. Although I think the training is more your deal.
All right. The two of you bop over to the barn, grab that metal glove up, and you're trying to pull one out.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out Happy.
All right.
I thought you were going to use Bernard.
Okay, I jog out to the barn.
Bernard's
I jog out
just
to
a
the
little
barn
bit
and I say-
smarter, but I think Happy's a little better at the sniffs.
Yes.
Yeah. I jog out to the barn and I'm like, guys, okay, look. I wasn't going to say anything, but Dad clearly isn't going to. So you need a believable reason to go over there. So you're trying to remember, does the box actually lock up airtight or not, because you keep having to leave it open just a crack. So you're going over there to ask him if it's actually airtight or if he knows. That's your excuse for going over there, and that's why you happen to have the rat, because you forgot. Okay? That's your story.
And the rat got away because we left it open a bit because we were worried about the air.
Or whatever.
Wait, no, whatever. We have a cover story.
Okay, yeah. That's fine then. Yeah. This one got away. Is it airtight? Because they seem to really, really want to get out, and it may be because they hunger for the flesh of the living, or because they're asphyxiating, and you're not sure.
I'm gonna
Yes.
let Triss
Okay.
handle the talking.
Yep, just remember the story. All right.
Right.
My job here is done. I'm going to go cry in a corner now.
Hey, Jedryn, you're the talky one, not us.
I'm
Maybe
not
you-
the...
I'm
Well, I'm
the
not.
talky
Get
one.
Yeah.
Somebody get Cheshire. Cheshire's the talky one.
Yeah.
Big brother.
Yeah, he is. All
I'll
right,
come
I
out
go...
with like a 50, or if I hear that, I'll come out at like 15 foot distance. Like,
Mhm.
how's it going in there?
You're better at talking to people.
Yeah.
I have what do you call it? Interaction anxiety around talking to strangers.
I'm a bad liar.
Really, I just have a charisma of 8, but
Mhm.
Yeah, I can talk to somebody.
okay. We're bad at that. So we'll just be in the back with the rat, and you can do the
Yeah. So I repeat
human
the cover
interaction.
story again.
Mm-hmm.
Just like... So this is the logic, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So try to follow along.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, try to stick to the cover story. That should help.
I mean, a lot of us were competent.
Yeah, like we can
Mhm.
we're like one full person.
Yes.
Together we form a functioning adult.
All right. So Cheshire and Millie and Triss are all heading over to the neighbor's house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where-
I cast Speak with Animals so that I could explain the deal to the rats.
Okay.
Up there.
Okay.
And we have
So-
we need the strand so that they can sniff the strand.
Yeah. I've got.
I figured you probably had it on you. And
Yeah.
Jedryn, are you going inside or are you watching them from outside?
Oh, I'm definitely... I can't watch.
With my talking animals ability, I'm like, don't smell the cows. Don't focus on the cows. Focus on this because they're nasty.
And I'm sorry, Millie, what was it exactly you were saying to them?
Okay, so leave the person. I need you to sniff this. And does it come from any of the people? If you tell me, I will give you this. And I show them meat.
It sort of snips at the meat a little bit. Says, no cow, people, smell right, meat.
Yes.
No cow, people, smell right, meat.
Yes.
Meat.
Good. Good.
Meat.
Focusing the meat away.
Find this smell.
Fine smell, no cow, meat.
Yes. Yes. Good. Good boy.
I'm just sitting inside. I'm sitting inside with a cup of beer, basically just kind of waiting for the screaming to start.
Cheshire, you arrive and knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Teresa answers. Mrs.
Hi.
Copperfield. Hello.
Hi, Miss Godfrey. How are you doing?
Oh, wonderful. Yourself?
Pretty good. I want to come over. First, I want to thank you for having that lovely barbecue. Was it a few nights ago?
Oh, yes. When with all the blood and the horror. Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah, the blood of the horror part, that was less fun. But just sharing and like my family really appreciated it. So thank you for that.
Of course. Anytime.
Also, I have a quick question. Apparently, my sister borrowed some sort of magical device from over here, like a box.
Oh, yeah. I'll go get Rinaldi.
Yeah.
She
Take your time.
walks up the stairs.
What color hair does she have?
She has red hair.
Okay.
It's not her.
These are all roughly accurate icons. You will note that Teresa at least appears much younger than Rinaldi.
And is always carrying a beer.
Always. She's a lush.
Rinaldi's always smoking a pipe.
Always. He's a
I have
he's
no
a
choice.
reefer head. He's got the madness. So it takes a little bit for her to return. When she's upstairs, she's up there for probably about a minute and a half. Would you like to try to do anything in that minute and a half?
No, I'm just gonna wait here and try to like make this take as long as possible.
Enrique might not come to the door, so should we go in?
I might be able to. I wonder if I can get him out. Do you want to get him out?
Should we let the rat go inside?
Can you
No.
get the rat back out once it's inside?
Find smell, come back for meat.
Is the door open? The door's closed, isn't it?
Plus, they're
No, they left the door open
They left the door.
and sort of waved you to step in.
Oh, cool.
Sorry if I wasn't clear about that.
Yeah, that was not clear. Okay.
Yeah, they let you. They invite you into the foyer, basically.
Okay, cool.
So you are inside the building, and it is a relatively nice house. The furniture in here looks, I would even say, probably uncharacteristically opulent for this part of Zathis. There's some of the couches look like they were, handcrafted, hand stuffed. There's an owlbear rug. There's there's some tapestries hanging in like the living area that
You're
look
allergic
like
to the feathers.
they may have actually come from like a keep or a castle. They look worn and like they have seen use over a lengthy period of time, possibly even dating pre-war.
Wow, this place is pretentious.
Super.
I was thinking fancy.
Millie really hates rich people.
I mean, we
I thought you wanted to be rich. No, that's Jedryn who wants to be rich people, right? Okay.
And
Phew.
having said that, with that knowledge, are you going to release the rat then?
Should we release the rat and then run after it so that we can be like, oh, we can bring it away and catch it?
Yeah.
But maybe
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
I whisper to the rat in its own language. Find smell, return, get meat.
Smell meat.
Find smell. I
The
offer
smell.
the hair.
Find.
Find smell.
Find.
Return. Get meat.
Find, return, meet.
Yes. Okay.
Find, return, meet.
Find, return, meat. First, find smell.
Got it.
I offer smell. Put the rat down.
He takes off, just zipping. Runs through the living room. And you see, like, the stairs that Teresa went up are adjacent to the living room. The rat runs around a different direction into what you're assuming is probably the kitchen. And then you hear like some scratching and scrambling, and then nothing.
Run after the rat.
Running after the
Me.
rat.
Are you staying there, Cheshire, or are you going after the rat as well?
I'll stay here.
All right, so you're standing in the doorway. The two of you go running around into this other room, and you see it's a kitchen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And there is a door in the kitchen.
Yep, I go through it.
All right, you open the door. It leads down a set of stairs.
Fruit cellar?
You can hear like sort of like shitty flute playing.
Oh no.
like,
Yep.
like he doesn't quite have like breathing down for the flute, so
Oh god.
there's the occasional
the
note, but there's a
worst.
lot of like going on. But you can tell from the top of the stairs that in his mind he is jamming out, like performing in an ancient Lydian Colosseum type of shit. Like he's like, he's like, "Hello, Fangsful!"
At least he could be playing a lute. Really?
And then about no sooner than you get that, you see the rat come running back up the stairs, dripping from its face.
Dripping blood.
Yes.
Neat. Find smell.
Okay.
Found smell and meat.
I love happy.
My plan is to go and find Enrique, do a cure light before he even realizes he's injured.
I have zero plans to heal Enrique.
Where did the scar come from?
I give
Exactly.
Happy some meat and I coo at him. Oh, good boy, you did so good. And I hand feed him some meat.
While you're doing that, he absolutely just like digs in, but is very mindful of your flesh.
Meat.
Good
Meat.
boy.
Meat.
Whilst that's going on,
Meat?
you see Teresa and Rinaldi come walking down the stairs. And Rinaldi says, "Where are your sisters?"
That's a question I ask myself every day. I have no clue where they go. But I'm sure they're doing something important. I've learned that, well, I never know where they are. It's always an important thing. By the way, how are you doing?
Fine. My wife said you had a problem with the box I lent you.
Oh, no problem. Just a question, really.
Oh, sure.
They want to know if you could breathe through it, if it was like airtight, would air pass through it? Some project they're working on, and I think.
No, air can pass through it just fine. I wouldn't try to like keep any meat in there that to try to keep it from going bad or something. No, it'll still rot.
Good to know. I'll pass that along.
That's good. Meanwhile, back in the kitchen, you said you were going to try to sneak downstairs, or are you just going to rush downstairs and heal Enrique?
I'm gonna sort of sneak. I mean, I'm as much as I can sneak.
Give
But
me
I'm
a-
not rushing. I'm
Give
just
me
like,
a stealth check.
Yeah,
Check.
being stealthy without really, necessarily trying to be stealthy. Like, it's okay. I'm being casual
Oh,
with my 11.
that's my
Oh,
11.
19.
You've
That
got
was
an
your
extra
11. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not being particularly stealthy because I'm cooing, whispering words to
Yeah.
Happy.
Right, exactly. You get down there, Triss, and like get right up behind, and he's like, I mean, he's going, he's like into it, and body is flailing everywhere.
Is there blood like flying from a wounded leg or something?
No, it's just kind of like pooling underneath, like the rat bit him on the ankle, basically.
On the ankle.
So it's just kind of pooling out onto the floor.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen.
I was thinking that very song.
We can see the bite though.
You can see where the blood is rushing out of.
Neat.
Yeah.
No meat.
That confirms that this is where he tracked the smell to.
Yeah.
It absolutely does.
It was a forensic rat bite, Your Honor.
So you see Rinaldi like raise his eyebrow. What's your passive perception, by the way, Cheshire?
Oh, it is not great. I think that's an 11.
11. Okay, 11 won't notice. Yeah, you just see Rinaldi raise his eyebrow, but you're not sure why.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts making his way to the kitchen. And while he's making his way to the kitchen, I want you to make an insight check, if you don't mind.
You are decent at this, Cheshire. I know you are.
Nope.
Oh no.
Abort. Oh, he's probably hungry. Like,
Right, yeah.
kitchen.
I'm sure everything's fine.
Yeah.
Teresa says, I tell you what, my husband will grab your sisters and bring them on once he's done talking to them.
Talking to them? Even with my one, does that raise any
Like that
suspicions?
will, yes, absolutely. Like that's suspicious as fuck, yeah.
Okay, I was like, talking to them, I mean, if there's a talk, I think I should be involved too, and I'm going to start walking in that direction as well.
Okay. She steps aside. And she closes the front door.
And I don't have anything on me. This is going to be fun.
So you walk up and see Rinaldi basically at the top of the stairs. Millie, did you go down the stairs or are you staying up at the top of the stairs?
I followed after my sister.
Okay. So Millie and Triss, you're down in the basement. Triss, you are able to cast Cure Wounds on him, but that will break your stuff.
Don't want. And like, I was like, I should just heal him. And then I was like, yeah, but he broke into my house. So, I'm thinking not. I'm thinking I'm gonna like confront him and scare him and be like, "What the fuck, buddy?" Because he was in my house. So
I mean,
as long as he's not bleeding to death, which he doesn't seem to be.
No, just a little nibble, really.
Just a little
He certainly doesn't seem to be bothered by it. He's rocking out.
Yeah, so
He's like Cheap Trick at Budokan and shit. He's like, I want you to want me.
Cheap Trick is pretty good. I almost fear to interrupt, but yeah, I'm just gonna like on the shoulder, like, buddy.
He stops and jumps about 3 feet into the air and lets out like this just high-pitched wail of a scream. Like, just... And
I scream back at him.
So you hear this screaming come from upstairs as you're following Rinaldi into the basement. And you see a brief flash of energy surround Rinaldi as he starts now running toward the basement.
Oh, God.
Or down
Chasing.
the stairs, I should say. All right, so let's go ahead and have an initiative roll, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Oh, dear God. See, that's why you always bring your sword.
I did bring my staff.
I did not bring anything.
Just because it's, innocuous. It's just a walking stick.
All right.
You would not deprive a young kind of unnerving person of her walking.
First action. I'm sorry?
I always bring my bow.
First action does, in fact, go to Millie. You hear footsteps rushing down the stairs.
Okay, no reason to think that this is combat yet. So I'm going to touch Triss on the shoulder and say, "Don't die today."
I can appreciate that.
We were just talking about how to make yourselves look innocent.
I'm mad, man. If he had been innocent, I'd be being innocent.
All right. Anything else with that action, Millie?
I think that's it.
All right. Triss.
Why? Why were you there? I'm just in his face.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Good, because I'm starting really low.
He looks down and goes, "Seriously?"
Like you're so good at shit.
I know I'm like 5'2" and he's 6'2", but I'm mad.
Like you're up under him and you have a hold of like where his lapels would be, but down 3 feet. So
yeah,
like,
why?
And are like lifting, but really all you're actually lifting is like the bottom of his tunic. He just looks down and says, "Seriously?" And Rinaldi steps around the corner into the room in the basement and says, "All right, that's enough, ladies. Unhand my son." And you see a pea-sized mote of flame appear in his hand.
He's really gonna fireball his basement?
That's what you see. That brings us to Cheshire. What would you like to do?
And I see that fire.
You do.
Oh, that's not great.
If only you had your sword, you could cast Counterspell on his wrist.
I can still cast Counterspell. So I want to come down and put my hands on the shoulder and say, "I would like to be a good neighbor, but if you're threatening my family, I will counterspell you."
Okay, go ahead and make an intimidation check at disadvantage.
Okay, Cheshire, I know you're good at this. This is like all you can do.
This is your jam, buddy.
Okay. All right. So you do manage to draw his attention.
Okay.
Actually, he kind of stops and turns toward you, and the mote is still glowing in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And he raises an eyebrow and says, "Is that a fact?" And as he does so, Enrique starts to whisper something. So, Triss, I need you to make a perception check to see if you can make it out. Millie, you can also make a perception check, but you're going to be at disadvantage. And Cheshire, there's just no way you even notice it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nope. Triss, you can sort of make out, it's like something about out of here, something about like just chill out so we can, you can't quite make out exactly what it is, but you hear like chill and you hear relax and you hear like, out of here. And it seems like maybe he's asking for some sort of help.
Okay. From Dad?
Cheshire, you hear footsteps behind you as Teresa gets up to the top of the door. That brings us back to Millie. What would you like to do?
Okay. How about we calm down? Because right now it seems like it's 3-on-3, but you have to understand that if you mess with the three of us, you have the rest of our family to contend with.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. He drops the mote of flame from his hand. Why are you in my home assaulting my boy?
Your son broke into our house. We would like to know why.
I let go. I don't know if we're still in combat, but I let go of him and I go, yeah, I just want to know why he broke into our house. Uncool.
He nods. So that was your action, Millie. Triss, would you like to give me a perception roll since you do have a higher initiative? I'll give you advantage on this check.
Okay. So, do check. Oof. Well, okay, advantage. There we go.
Okay. You see him start to wiggle his fingers as if he's going to be casting another spell. But you have action. It sounds like Rockford over there.
I don't want to like attack him, but I don't want to cast a spell either. So, can I disrupt his concentration without causing him damage? Like, I don't know, smack him on the hands with my quarterstaff? Like, no spells.
I mean,
Why were you in my house?
That would still ultimately A, do damage, and B, require a concentration check. But yes, you could do that.
Yeah,
You can.
but that's my intention, is not to knock him out or hurt him or anything, but just to knock, like, no.
Yeah, go for it.
1 point of subdual.
Right.
Well, no, I need to do more than that to make him hurt.
Good point. Yeah.
But
Yeah, go ahead and make your attack check.
yeah. Oh,
So,
that was terrible.
You come down with the
No.
with the quarterstaff to like rack his knuckles.
Yeah.
And when you do, you see the quarterstaff stop probably about 2 inches from his hand. Now, you've also sort of lessened your grip a bit and your attention a bit on Enrique. He casts a spell. Rinaldi does, not Enrique. I just need to look this spell up real quick to see exactly what it does in this situation.
But yeah. My intention was just to make it clear. I was trying to, like, no, stop that.
Right, for sure.
Listen to me. Yeah. Not that I was going to harm him or... Yeah. But I've missed anyway. He bounced it off with some magical something, probably. And I also rolled shitty.
Okay. You notice really for the first time, as Rinaldi reaches out, you notice a tattoo on his hand. And when you notice that, you also see Enrique turn invisible.
Neat.
He says, "Get out of here, son. I'll handle this." And that brings us to Cheshire. What would you like to do?
So there's like a 5-foot stairway going up.
Yeah, it's like 5 foot wide. You're between the stairs and where Enrique was last time you saw him.
Okay.
And then, Mama Copperfield is at the top of the stairs.
Up top, yeah.
Also, the only person who could possibly hope to notice this would be Triss. But Triss, you feel a hand on your wrist. Not like gripping you hard, like just rested upon your wrist.
Okay. If he attacks, that would, unless it was greater invisibility. Fuck. Am I making a will save?
You're not being attacked, no.
Okay.
And no, it has not broken the invisibility.
Okay.
I think I will hold some kind of arm grab in case he tries more of his like wiggly finger things.
Okay. So you're going to hold a grapple, basically, if he tries to cast it?
Yeah. Hold a whole person.
Okay. You hold your hold person effect. And that brings us back around to Millie.
Okay, I'm going to whisper to my flesh stripper.
Drill a hole out of here.
It helped.
Fetch my colony. No bite.
God.
Return. Get meat.
This is complicated.
You don't have the box with you?
No.
Okay. He drops and starts running out of the room.
Oh, I hope this works.
Oh boy.
We had a Jeremy explosion. Yeah, he runs. He runs out. I'm getting it fixed though. 2 seconds.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Apologize for the juggle. All right. So yeah, the rat runs out. Okay. Just trying to figure out like how many turns it's going to take for them. Okay.
What's its move?
I think I've got that sorted out in my head. So Triss, what would you like to do?
Can I cast a spell, or is he preventing me from?
He's not preventing you from casting at all. No, he's not.
Okay,
He's not grappling you.
I don't want him to get away.
It's like a gentle placement. He's not grabbing you. All right, so you're filling the area with an entangle spell?
I'm filling the entire basement with a nobody leaves spell.
Okay, this is about to kick off the strangest set of actions I will possibly have ever presided over in Dungeons and Dragons.
Really?
As you begin to cast Entangle.
While I'm casting, I'm like, I just want to know why you were in our house.
Rinaldi casts Counterspell.
Which I attempt to hold person.
So, I guess the way I will rule this is in the event that you can successfully grapple Rinaldi, you will be able to prevent him from... Oh, let me double check. Just one second. I just want to make sure that I'm ruling this correctly, because...
he needs to make a concentration check to cast Counterspell.
Well,
no.
If it has, like, somatic component.
It has a somatic component. So if you're able to grapple him because you had a reserved action, you can prevent him from using a spell with a somatic component.
That's not the weirdest thing that's ever happened.
It's pretty fucking high up there. Your counterspell has failed. You reach for him, and it's almost comically bad when it happens too. Like she starts, you see the growth start to come up out of the ground. He like wiggles his fingers to stop it, and as soon as he's like done and putting his hands back into place, you grab his wrists.
Don't you dare! Well, next time.
And that brings us to the Copperfields. Teresa comes barreling down the stairs. Goes, "Get your hands off my man!" And takes a swing at you, just bare-ass-handed, like no weapons. She's just going to punch you in your fucking face.
Damn, Teresa.
Does a 20? Does a 22 hit?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. You will take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as she punches you in your face.
Wow.
These farmers
So she
are retired
screamed at?
adventurers.
Oh, you think?
Was she loud enough to be heard across the street by the rest of us?
Any of you who have a passive perception of, I would say, 12 or higher would probably hear something that sounded alarming enough. I don't know if you'd make it out, but you'd probably hear that it's a person.
They were probably paying attention too.
Just
Yeah.
the woods.
I'll look on the other sheet.
I
know where it
have a
is.
solid 10. So
Oh, your passive perception is 10? Yeah, you just don't notice.
Mine is 12.
So yeah, you hear like a shouting sound.
And you.
Guys, we're needed next door.
What?
Just come, and I jog out the door.
All right. You can go ahead and all move your 30 if you would. Well, yeah, you're 30 probably this turn. And that brings us back to Cheshire's actual action. So you do have him by the wrist, though he is not grappled.
First, I want to look at Teresa and be like, damn. Ow. Okay. Listen, your boy was in our place. We want to know what's going on. That's it.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
That is fair. Okay, Cheshire. I know. You're supposed to also be good at this.
Okay. Yeah, Rinaldi says, what happened? Your old man is fucking around with things he has no business touching. That's what happened.
So you send Enrique to rob us?
No, I had Enrique come with me to stand watch. You think I'm going to send that incompetent twit to do anything important?
Then how'd his hair get inside? He even watches bad.
I say to his invisible face.
What did you say?
Incompetent twit. I see. Great relationship with your father, buddy.
You can feel the sadness through where he's touching your
Stop!
wrist.
He's already dead!
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, God.
So that equates to about a round of conversation, unless
Yeah.
Millie has an action that she would like to take while this talking is going on.
No.
All right, so now you can all move your dash if you choose to do so. Though, as soon as you hit the door, you see a flesh stripper come scurrying out.
and I'm just going to go, oh, yeah, that's not good.
But what does it do?
Yeah.
Scurries right past them. It's
Oh
going.
no.
No. 5, 15, 20. No.
Rabbit
On
while it runs
quality.
past you.
You're gonna try to snatch it up, Jedryn?
Do I think I can?
Oh, probably. Yeah. Go ahead and make a dex. I mean, it might bite
this
you.
is gonna
but-
suck. Yeah. All right, so just oh wait, I'm trying to roll on the wrong sheet. Oh, too many things.
Yeah,
18.
you snatch it right up and like you underhand it and then like bring your hand around and like get it and muzzle it basically with the other hand.
Yeah.
And it's going
No.
it's squeaking and you're like, ah!
Sit, heal. Oh God, my hands, they're numb. Ah! The gloves, they do nothing.
I'm just thinking of the first time we ever picked up an angry hedgehog.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're
Like-
just sort of dancing in the back trying to hold this thing's mouth shut.
Yeah.
So far it has not bitten you.
Yeah.
And that will bring us then. So if I could have Gix and Zopa go ahead and roll initiative, and we'll
My
start you
fingers
out
for work.
basically at the door when the round starts. All right, so that will bring us then to Cheshire. Do you have an action you want to take before the round ends?
Did I notice the invisible casting, or like too focused on my like counter?
Oh no, you absolutely noticed him. That's what you responded to.
Okay.
Or no, you responded to the counterspell, but yeah, you noticed him afterward or before that. Cast the invisibility, absolutely. And you notice that he's got that ghost hand pattern tattoo.
Gotcha.
Which is how he was able to improve or greater invisibility. Someone from across the room.
Yeah.
I'll hold another grapple. See if he casts a spell.
So you're gonna try to actually? Are you gonna hold the grapple, or are you gonna actually try to grapple him at this point?
I'll hold it because he seems more willing to talk now.
Right on.
Now that we're like bonding over the incompetence of his son.
All right. Everything has sort of mellowed for a nanosecond. Zopa, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Is the door open?
Front door's hanging open. At this point, yes. The you also can hear like some arguments back by the kitchen.
Hello? I'm coming in. I'll step in. I'm assuming I can't see them though, right?
No, you cannot. And I'm assuming you're only going to move up to your 30. You're not going to be dashing or anything, right? All right.
So I don't know where here I should go, but I will head towards the sound.
You're able to get like to where the door kicks over to like where the kitchen opens, and you can look over and see the basement door. And you see the basement doors hanging open, and you can definitely hear conversation of a heated nature down there.
Okay.
That brings us to Millie. What would you like to do?
I'm fine here. I'm not generally good at the talking thing. I'm mostly just hoping that my rat returns with my family.
Okay.
Maybe using colony was the wrong approach. I figured he would understand that better than family, but I guess maybe he might have gotten that confused. Anyway, we'll see what happens. What's going on in my head?
So Millie's just like recapping like the thought process. Like, where did this communication go sideways?
Many ways.
All right, that's fair. Triss, what would you like to do?
Like, Enrique, your dad is a dick. I can't believe he said that about you. That's awful.
He lets go of your hand.
You listen to that, man? He's mean to you, man. My dad's not like that. I'm trying to.
Yeah, it's what's your passive perception, those of you who are in the room?
15.
11.
14. No, wait. Yeah, 14.
Okay, let me try something here. Just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a 15 with the highest in the room? Triss, you do feel like you hear like a couple of footfalls and feel him move, like he's running out, basically.
Is it still my turn, or was that on his turn?
It would still be on your turn because you were just speaking.
I want to basically follow him out, like.
Okay, so you start trying to move out as well.
Yeah, basically, dude. Like, and talking to his retreating form. Like, that sucks, man. And like following, like I can see him. Like, that totally sucks, man. I mean, I don't know how I would handle dad like that. Step, following him.
As you step that way, Teresa is very much filling up the bottom of the stairs. But you can hear well enough to hear like him duck down, and like you even see like her skirts get sort of puffed as he like drops down and crawls up between her legs, starts crawling up the stairs. But that will probably exhaust your turn, so you can try to pass.
It's not a dignified escape.
Korggix, what would you like to do?
I'm not like super gun-ho walking into this house because I don't fit in it.
Did Dad go with you guys?
No, he's still sitting on the kitchen table, just shaking his head.
So I'm gonna just like kind of hang out at the door because as far as I can tell, there's no explosions or combat or anything like that. I just hear people talking, and
you hear
so
you hear a passionate vocal exchange, but not any.
Yeah,
I would assume they're yelling at one another. I'd assume that.
Yeah,
this is
I don't
not
want
a
to
calm
be
conversation.
like making it worse.
Right, that's fair.
So I was like, "There's enough people down there already. Another 8-foot tall cook in the kitchen isn't gonna."
I'm here to calm everybody down.
If I'm in there, I'm swinging at something. Basically, is
Right.
where Korggix's thought process is at, and he wants to avoid that. He's had a long week already.
Right.
So I'm just gonna kind of like hang out in the door like frame, like lean up against it, like side, like my back up against the one side of the door frame. And I'm just gonna like lean up against it and really like listen. And that's it.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Let's do that.
Oh God. Yeah.
Awesome. You're listening.
I'm in the house.
You're listening really hard. Nothing.
They must be fine.
Right. Yeah, everything's got to be kosher. So it comes back to Rinaldi, and Rinaldi says, "You don't even know what he's up to, do you?"
He's
me.
told us nothing ever. That's kind of how he is. But does not mean you can leave your greasy hair in our house.
He only knows about that because I found it and I told him. And now he wants to go. I don't know what he wants to do with it, but he had no business trying to snake it out from under me.
Okay, so why did you break into it?
Because I wanted to make sure that
Make sure what?
that the divination was right. While that
Divination.
Well, that argument is happening, Cheshire. Are you going to do anything, or are you going to let the conversation continue?
Let the conversation continue.
I read in entrails that the lash was going to be released. And now I know that it has.
I'm like stunned.
So
I'm just standing there in front of trees like, shit.
So your father is going to need to hand that over to me.
Who are you? And
Hi.
why did you get it?
He says,
thought
well,
you were
one
just-
good reason is I have all of his children here. And he lights up a fireball in his hand again.
No, I should have held another whole person. That's why you always hold a whole person.
That brings us to Zopa. What would you like to do?
Mrs. Copperfield, is everything okay down there? And I see like the skirt go poof.
Yeah. And you hear, listen, babe, you ought to run.
Is it like next to me?
Yeah. And then
Do
the back door opens.
Yeah. I'm gonna follow the invisible person.
All right, you
just
step out.
Whispered in my ear.
You step out into the back. You can, Gix, where you're leaning, you got your ear turned to the side, listening real hard, and you like get kind of bored and like stretch for a second and look out and you see the back door swing open and then Zopa go out of it.
Enrique.
Oh, and I hear them going like, Enrique?
Yeah.
Korggix has developed a certain sort of fondness for Enrique. So I will, especially since I'm bored, I will work my way around the outside of the house. I'm not going to walk through the house. I'm
All right.
going to work around the outside to over where Zopa's at.
While that movement is happening, Jedryn, you're still like dancing with this rat, and that's trying very hard to nibble at you, but you're able to keep its snout shut. What would you like to do?
You did.
I would like very much to get rid of the rat. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. I'm using my bonus action to dash.
All right.
40, 45. Where's the damn box?
Barn.
Where in the barn?
So you run in, you look around the barn. Give me a perception check real quick.
Oh God. No, not a roll. There's no way this could go well today. Perception. Is that, dang it. I'm having to play on the TV at the moment, so.
No, you're good. You run in, you're like, where's the box? Where's the box?
Well, that's my round.
About that time, Khaled gets up and starts slowly ambling to the back of the house. So while that's going on, that brings us to Millie. Millie, do you have an action you would like to take in light of that, in light of this new development?
Yeah, in response to Rinaldi's threat, I'm going to knock an arrow in my bow and aim it directly at his face. And I'm going to say, hey, Triss, can you still do that thing from your past life? The bigger one?
Yeah?
Maybe we should just leave.
I think we need to have a chat with Mr. Copperfield and Dad together to find out what this whole story is, because we're not getting the full picture here. Because if Mr. Copperfield says it's true, then Dad didn't tell us everything. That is not cool.
Dad
But if,
definitely did not tell us everything.
yeah. So I want to know the whole story.
But we definitely aren't going to get the whole story if that thing goes off.
Yeah, I don't want to. We discovered your son poked in our house. We didn't even know you poked in our house. We just wanted to know what was going on. We didn't even know for sure it was him until we came in here and saw that his ankle was bloody.
Millie, do you want to make a intimidation roll?
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
He's still bleeding. He should have
Yes.
he has a blood path.
He does have a blood trail. Yep.
I'm fucking Scooby-Doo now.
Okay. A solid effort, but he doesn't seem too impressed. He's just got his eyebrow raised like he's...
I'm not very skinny. I have negative strength.
Yeah, he's like got an eyebrow raised at you. It doesn't look like he's particularly moved by your threat. So, Triss, on your turn, are you going to take any...
I'm holding my arrow action.
Oh, right. You're ready to shoot if he doesn't.
I think I'm just trying to persuade him to like have a peaceful, reasonable conversation between us and Mr. Copperfield and our dad in one place. So we know what's going on, because I'm just trying to
give it a shot. You're going to have disadvantage because
I'm going to do terrible.
He's obviously under threat at this point. So
I'm hoping that maybe I can help my brother persuade him, because he's better at this than I am. Please, Cheshire, please convince him that this is what we need.
I mean, it's not bad.
Not bad.
You didn't do bad.
Yeah, enough to maybe help Cheshire.
He says, you tell me where the lash is, and then maybe we can have a conversation. And as he says that, Korggix, you're trying to follow... So Zopa is walking out after... seemingly just kind of walking out this back door. Zopa, you can probably pretty clearly see the blood trail too. And you round the corner and see this, Korggix. So what would you like to do as you get around that corner?
I mean, as far as I know, nothing bad's happening. There's just some heated discussion.
Right.
Do I see the blood trail?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. I mean, he is leaking from a fairly significant wound.
Okay.
Can I say something to Korggix on his turn?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. You can certainly soliloquize.
Seeing Korggix, I would just be like, I think Enrique's hurt, but I can't see him. And he's just wandering off.
I'm hurt. What are you talking about? Oh my God.
And I'll look around.
He's over here somewhere.
How did he get hurt? Did
I'm right
are there
here.
more flesh strippers?
You see, like, a bunch of blood, like, scoop up in vaguely finger shapes, and then he just starts, like, rubbing it on his face. He's like, I'm here.
Oh my God.
I'm right here, please. Like, I'm bleeding. Oh, this sucks. This sucks so bad. Like, give me a tourniquet or something.
Just sit down. Elevate it. Elevate it.
Two pathetic families of ex-adventurers.
He, like, lays on his back and, like, puts his foot, like, up on the fencing, so you just see, like, blood start dripping down the fence.
We have to hire Enrique as our torchbearer.
Yeah, I second that.
So I guess I see that, but he's still invisible, right?
Right, so you can see his face now because he has blood all over it, though that's slowly starting to run off. And you can see where the blood is coming down the side of the fence. So it stands to reason that he's probably laying that. Like, you can pretty much map out kind of where his body is.
I'm just gonna ask him, how did you get hurt? Because now I'm thinking that there was violence had occurred somewhere.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm bleeding. This isn't good, man. Like, give me a tourniquet.
Why are you invisible?
I don't know, man. Game over. Game over, man. Game over, man.
All right, well, we have to get you help. So I'm going to walk over to him and try and pick him up.
Okay. You sort of, like,
squeeze him more
feeling
blood
around.
might come
He's like, not there. Whoa, definitely not there. But you get him.
I'm like, all right, we gotta. I'm like, I guess we gotta get you inside.
No, like, don't go inside, man. That's a bad scene. Don't, not good. About that time, comes back to Rinaldi's turn. He says, I asked you a question. Where's the lash?
Which of us is?
Yeah, can anyone answer?
I mean, yeah, he seems to be posing it to the room.
I hid it somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know where the lash is, but
I'm trying to think if Millie actually remembers where the lash is.
yeah, I don't know if Cheshire actually knows.
Yeah, I don't think I actually know. I think the only people who might know are Zopa and Dad. So I'm like, I'm not sure. It's hidden somewhere. Safe. Like, he didn't tell us.
We don't know where it is, but we can connect you to.
This is talk you need to have with Dad. Because we didn't know you were involved.
He points at Cheshire. Go get him.
No, I won't be doing that. I'll go get him if my sisters come with me.
How about I go get him?
Yeah.
Fine. Go get him. The rest of you stay here.
I kind of sidle my way around Mom.
She's like cracking her knuckles as you move past.
I'm gonna say, by the way, also bring me my sword, please. Thank you.
And
all right. While you're sort of scooting around there, Cheshire, are you taking any action other than, like, holding an action at this point?
Nope, just holding another hold person this time, because last time it bit me in the ass.
All right. At the top of the round, Jedryn, you're still, like, running around like Leslie Nielsen with this rat.
You're muted again, Jedryn.
You can feel.
Sorry.
It keeps, like, pulling a certain direction.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, if Nkili's not involved, they should be. So I'm gonna just follow the rat.
Go ahead and give me an animal handling check. Let's see how this.
Oh dear God!
What could go wrong?
Evil bastard. Is that even on my sheet anywhere? What's that?
Wisdom? No.
Is it wisdom?
Goes off.
Yeah, wisdom.
Is it wisdom? Yeah.
That's why I'm okay at it.
I thought it was going to be charisma.
Well,
19.
Ooh.
Okay.
You are now effectively dowsing for the box with this rat. You're like,
Okay.
you get to the box and are able to open it if you so choose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You open the box and you hear the rat squeak for a second before you throw it in and shut it.
Oh, meat. Where's my meat?
Oh, poor Happy. I'm gonna owe him so much meat.
I made no deals with anybody, man. All right, I figure I can probably get to about here, running back out like. So
So as you go running around, like your dad like rounds the corner. Did you? Never mind. And that brings.
I'm too busy counting my fingers to actually.
They all seem to be there, and you're not leaking blood from anywhere. Zopa, what would you like to do?
So
As Korggix has just picked up. Now you
Right.
see the blood just dripping out of the sky. There's like
yeah, I'm gonna actually have that like wrap around me. That's like a satin or whatever belt that just
Yes.
like wraps around a few times. I'm gonna like pull it off and wrap it around his leg and like pull it tight to try and help stop the bleeding as we're walking back towards the house.
Go ahead and make a medicine check. And which house?
I'm gonna guide Korggix towards our house because I don't know what injured him in there. Therefore, I don't want to put him back in that situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna like, if you're guiding me towards the house, I will like stop near the back door and be like, this is the closest. Why are we going in here?
He got injured. He got injured in there, so we should take him where it's not dangerous.
Right. Well, he's fine. We can just put him on a table and then figure out what's going on.
I think we should take him in and get him stitched up.
We can't even
And how
see the
about
wound.
a 3? How about a 3 for that there medicine?
Yeah,
check?
you stitch
So
whatever the hell
you're-
you want. He's never going to get his legs apart.
You pull the tourniquet tight, and there's like a burst, like a Dr. Pimple Popper burst
what
of
the
blood.
fuck?
When you dude, I was numb.
Sorry.
he keeps waffling into Seuss from Gravity Falls territory. Like, oh, dude.
About that moment, so that brings us to Millie. You just continue to hold with your arrow, or do you have anything else you'd like to
Yep.
try?
Nope, I'm just gonna keep as long as he's still got that firebolt ready, I'm gonna keep my arrow ready aimed at his face.
All right, so you two are just having a standoff, and like it closes in on your eyes and closes in on his eyes, and he like looks down at your arrow, and you look down at his fireball, and nothing really happens. Triss, you make it up the stairs, and you see Zopa and Korggix standing at the back door, spattered with blood, as there's a bloody sash now hanging about 3 feet off the ground over Gix's back, and blood dripping out like a couple inches below the sash.
Oh shit. Okay. We need to get Dad, but I guess first I need to come over and fix this business. What?
I don't know. It's
What
like
the
he
hell
popped a
happened
balloon.
to
It's
him?
like he popped a balloon. I have no idea.
Can I find Enrique and give him a cure
I
light
mean,
now?
it's pretty easy to like. You can trace the wound. Yeah.
Here.
By the
Sorry I
way,
didn't do it earlier, man.
I'm Zopa still, apparently, and Jeremy's Korggix.
Oh,
on stream.
in the
Yeah.
Oh,
that was the
is it
kiss
okay?
version.
So we are the only two that swapped.
My bad. Let me get that.
So he's stable.
He is stable, and honestly, that's healed all the damage you would have taken anyway. You'd
Yeah.
only taken like 1 damage from it. So he's like, "Oh, thanks. God, that was awful."
What happened?
It's because you snuck into our house and
My dad's
got
a psycho. Did you
Your
not
dad's
notice
a
that?
psycho.
Hey, let's get Triss. Did you do this to him?
Oh, it's because he snuck into the house and his dad
You don't
sent him.
hurt people just because you hurt them when they're in your house, not later.
Yeah.
We
We gotta get dad because dad and apparently dad and Mr. Copperfield actually know each other. Like know each other. No, like from before know each other.
So
Like
hold on.
venture together.
So
I
all
knew
of
that.
so you were definitely in our house. I'll say to Enrique.
Yeah, I was totally in your house. My dad made me. He made me go in and stand watch while he snuck into your basement. You could have just like asked and not like, I don't know, bit my ankle off.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna look at Triss and be like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck she was doing. The plan was we were gonna come over and ask, but apparently, and I just look right at her. Apparently, that means cutting somebody's ankle. I don't even know
She bit him, apparently.
what animal did you turn into this time?
So
I'm gonna go get dad.
while this slapstick is happening in the background. So you, I assume the standoff is just continuing in the basement, unless somebody tells me otherwise. Whilst that's going on, you three round the corner pretty much at the exact time that Jedryn comes around the corner of that house. So Jedryn, you see them basically come walking over. Korggix is definitely walking like he's carrying something.
You need to do something about our sister. She bit Enrique.
I slap Zopa, goes, it was happy, you ass.
I'm not sure I know who Happy is. So I haven't been like naming the rats.
I
don't care how you
defending
felt
the
about it.
house like she's supposed to.
I don't care how it happened. You guys are all covered in too much blood.
That is a lot of blood. You hear Korggix' shoulder say, like a lot. Like you'd think I would be way dopier right now.
If I bit him, he would be hurt a lot more than that. Come on.
Who is that?
Enrique.
Don't act like you don't know who I am.
It's me. What do you mean?
Where do you have him? Is he invisible?
Point up, like my arm is completely outstretched.
And his name's Enrique. What's going on?
Enrique, what are you bleeding from?
A bite.
No, like where on you?
I already healed him. It's fine.
Oh, my ankle.
Where's Dad?
I don't know.
Running down the road the opposite direction.
Dad lied. We need either Dad's lying or Copperfield's lying, but somebody's lying, and we need to talk to Dad. We need Dad because Copperfield's holding Millie and Cheshire hostage until we bring Dad there. Yeah.
Why don't you lead with these things?
Biting somebody, and at first I had to heal Doofus.
Hey, that hurts. You know, words hurt.
I'm sorry,
Korggix,
Enrique.
Take him over to the house and get Dad. I'm gonna go take care of Mr. Copperfield.
Why is he invisible?
Because
my dad made me invisible and tried to get me to run away.
Yeah.
Well, then I shouldn't leave you alone.
But he said all these horrible things about Enrique. He's really mean, and now he's got
your
like
dad's an asshole.
Magic fire in his hand, and he's gonna blow up Millie if I don't get Dad. So where's Dad?
Yeah, I know. My dad's like a total asshole. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Apparently, our dad's an asshole too. So
I think I saw Dad.
For you, man.
I think I saw Dad heading around the back of the house. Oh, God.
Yeah. So with that, because Korggix kind of feels for Enrique. Like the very much the outcasts, like you don't belong. Everybody kind of treats you like shit. That was like very much Korggix's past. So he will a little more gently carry him over to the house.
All right, and where are the rest of you going?
Looking for Dad.
I guess I'm looking for Dad. I think he was around back of the house.
I'm following Jedryn, I guess.
I'm going to head down to try and find
50.
Cheshire and Millie.
All right.
Is Dad still around here somewhere?
Yeah, like as you're walking around, he's going back toward the house.
Dad, we have a hostage situation next door. If you could come, your attention is requested.
Oh, for shit's sake. All right.
That's what I said.
I had a feeling this was going to go this way.
If I hear that, I'm going to be like, why did you do something to stop it?
Like, tell you it was a bad idea? I don't know. Why didn't I? You're all grown. You have to start learning sometime. About that time, Enrique becomes visible as you're sitting him down in the living room. Oh my god! Yes, thanks so much, man.
Hand on his shoulder when I set him down. Like, it's okay. I promise not to maim your dad if he didn't hurt my siblings.
No, listen, like my dad's really like I'm not kidding. My dad's a monster. Like that's not even like it's worse. The people he's working for or working with are even worse than I thought. Like I thought it was bad, but it's like really bad.
Wait, who is he working for?
They're what are they called? They're was it the snake razors or something? I don't know. I don't pay a lot of attention. It was snake people rising or something.
Oh God. Says the player.
So what you're saying is I should hurt your dad.
Dude, he worships Titans, and like his eyes are like watering, and like
I kind of like reach up and scratch my teeth. I'm like, yeah, shame that. And I just kind of walk away.
While all this interaction is going on, Zopa, you're going into where Cheshire and Millie are?
Yeah, well, now knowing it's a hostage situation, she's going to go back and look down the stairs and try and be stealthy about it.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
13. Come on, dice.
All right. You have successfully sneaked around and you look, and you see, as soon as you sort of like look down, you can see this kind of four-way standoff. It looks like Millie's ready to shoot Rinaldi in the face. Cheshire's ready to grab Rinaldi, and Mrs. Copperfield looks like she's ready to sock Cheshire.
Which hurts, by the way. But Mrs. Copperfield is also down on the basement floor, yeah?
Bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, she's on the bottom of the stairs.
Fireball went off. She would be in the...
You're all in the basement. Yeah. Actually, she would be like here. But yeah. Assuming the stairs are there. Mm-hmm. So you can, I would assume you've made it over to here at this point, Zopa. So what would you like to do as the standoff is going on?
She's going to unwind the whip from under her robe.
Oh, God.
Best decision!
Right? And she's going to crack it.
All right.
Each character within her sight, within 120 feet, needs to make a DC 22 Wisdom saving throw.
Is that
Worst decision?
Is that?
It'll be fine.
Are you going to exclude? Can you exclude people? You can exclude people.
I don't think I can. It says when you use an action crack the whip, spend one charge and command obedience from each creature. Oh, of your choice. Yeah. So all of them.
Okay.
Even Millie?
I mean, Millie does look like she's about to shoot someone, so I'm just gonna be like, "Hey,
But Cheshire has done nothing but try to resist do the whole person.
I just walked in. I have no idea what's going on.
We're just
gonna end this.
Just trying to calm everybody down. Just bring the pulse down.
Right.
Do I have to roll? Because it's impossible for me to make that. So I'm just not going to roll.
You just choose to fail.
You could crit. You never know.
Even with a crit, I won't get a 21.
22.
Well, if you crit, you automatically succeed.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's see.
Always 1 in 20 chance. Which admittedly is not very high.
All right. Is that everybody? Yep. Yes.
What about Mrs.
Did
Copperfield?
Mrs. Copperfield.
Oh, she fails.
Okay.
What's your command that you would like to issue?
So they are charmed by me for 8 hours. When they're charmed in this way, the creature regards me as a trusted leader, not just a friend. That's awesome. Then I'll walk down the stairs and just be like, hey, everybody, just calm down. Put your weapons down. Let's talk about this.
I slowly lower my bow.
The firebolt or the fire nubbin disappears out of his hand.
I already regard you as a trusted leader.
It literally has no effect on you.
Sure. Is everything okay? And she looks at Millie and Cheshire.
Absolutely not.
We have a bit of a disagreement. Maybe you can help us solve. Copperfield says.
I would like to help you all.
They snuck into our basement. He wants the lash.
Oh.
Yes, I am in fact trying to get a hold of that. I'm glad to see that it's in capable hands.
Why? Why do you want it?
I'm looking for it for an associate of mine.
It seems to be going around.
I've been looking for it for some time. I thought that maybe your father could help. So I tipped him off to the location because we spent time working together when we were younger. And then he snaked me out of the deal.
Well, that is unfortunate. Who do you want to give it to?
I am not supposed to say.
That's okay. It's not really okay, but she's gonna say it's okay. Why don't we go all upstairs, make some tea, don't shoot each other, don't burn each other, no more biting, whoever that was.
I was happy.
Who is happy?
My flesh stripper.
Oh. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
So about this,
I'm going to have to apologize to Triss.
You thought Triss did? Now I can see that.
And so about that time, Triss, Jedryn, and Dad all make it to the front door of the
And I'm just
Copperfield.
like, Dad, what the hell? He said he divined that you were gonna that he divined to find out where the thing was, and that you went on his advice, and now he's pissed because you haven't done something, and you used to work with him, and Why didn't you tell us any of this before we went into his house to accuse his son of snooping around?
Maybe before you try to break in, you can just hear incoherent mumbling, angry noises from Jedryn.
Okay, so wait, which part was I supposed
But
to have
it's
told you?
been important to know
about?
that you were partners with Mr. Copperfield, and he did some kind of.
We are not
spell that-
partners.
Okay, that's what he said. I'm not saying he ain't lying, but he clearly knew what was going on, and he clearly knew about the thing. He clearly knew about the basement. Why didn't you tell us he might have known that stuff before you let us go over there and accuse his son of snooping?
Well, because you all were rip-roaring. I said it was a bad idea.
But you didn't say why it was a bad idea, Dad. That's important.
Do you know if I had to stop and tell all of you why something was a bad idea every time you had a bad idea, what would I do with the rest? I would never get anything done.
You're the one who decided to have 6 kids, Dad.
Oh, I mean, okay, that's fair. Okay, maybe I should have been a little bit more forthcoming with it. But the bottom line is that he's the one who sort of clued me into this situation. And now, we'll get it handled. It's fine. You all walk up to the door.
So seeing them, I'm going to be like putting the whip away, but seeing Triss, I'll just go over and like give her a hug and just be like, I'm sorry, I jumped to conclusions.
Oh,
We're all going to sit down and have tea. Would you like to join us, Dad?
Thank you, Zopa. Oh.
Sure. I like... Huh?
I whispered to Zopa's ear, I would have done way more damage if I'd been there.
Sure. Yes. Let's have some tea and get all this sorted right out. Jedryn, who are you inciting?
Inciting Zopa, looking up at her with this look like, you did, didn't you?
Did what?
All good went down.
She just smiles.
I'll go
Changes the
make the
subject.
tea. Stock.
Gix still has a critical piece of information that we need.
You hear a whisper in your ear, Zopa. Excuse yourself a moment.
I'll be right back.
So my family has arrived, so I'm looking for my flesh stripper.
No, you don't see the flesh stripper anywhere.
Question. Did any of you see Happy? The flesh stripper?
The rat. Anyone? Jedryn.
I'm not there. I'm going off towards the kitchen to make tea.
Yeah, we're all there.
We're all there.
Oh, we're
in
all
the
there?
kitchen.
Yeah, you're all, yeah, it's basically
Yeah,
like
yeah.
A large... You're close enough to hear that question be asked.
Yeah. Yes, your finger machine is fine. It's back in its box.
Oh.
Speaking of which, I gotta remember to wash my gloves and change my pants.
Poor Happy. He won't be so happy about that.
Zopa, you step out into the back lawn and away, kind of maybe behind the trees, out of sight of everyone. And Amelia becomes visible in front of you.
Oh.
I don't know if there's like a secret handshake I need to do or anything. Like
Sure,
high five or
you slap
like
hands.
saluting or yeah.
She says, impressive work.
Thank you.
And it's a rather impressive item you have there.
Like she fingers it through her robe, so it's obvious that it's there, but she says, I don't know what you're talking about.
She says, do you need assistance in cleaning this mess up quickly?
I think it will be under control. We need to have a heart to heart, it looks like, but
Well, just be aware that I'm here and I'm watching. And she slides her ring back on and disappears.
I'll glance around to see if anyone was watching that interaction.
Nobody saw the interaction.
Okay. And then head back inside.
All right. And that's where we'll wrap up game for this week.
Dun, dun, dun,
Gix needs to tell us the rest.
No, come get me, man.
I'm
hanging out with my boy Enrique.
Yeah, I believe we all are hanging out with your boy except for Zopa. So yeah.
Because Enrique is over at the other house.
Enrique's
Right.
in our house.
Oh, I thought we went over to our house to have tea.
No, we're
No,
having tea
in their house.
Okay.
Their kitchen.
Even better.
But Gix knows this
Yo,
guy.
I know what Gix knows. I know that what Gix knows is a thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hashtag
the snake risers are important, I think.
Yeah, the snake risers are definitely important.
There's something something important there. Oh my goodness. Sorry, my acrobat is giving me trouble. And it's popping up right on your screen. So, yeah, that's where we'll wrap things up for this week. Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns about today's session?
That was awesome.
Many, but
Right.
That was too fun. Okay. Thank you for the wonderful counterspelling moment. That was a highlight of my GMing career. So let's go ahead and do our outros real quick. Let's go ahead and start this week with Jedryn. Go ahead and give us your pertinence, please.
double check to make sure she's not freaking muted again.
She is not.
Hi, my name is Fran Stewart, pronoun she, her. I'm playing Jedryn, the very, very grumpy, very nervous, pretty sure she's going to prison halfling thief. Also she, her. And I am a writer. I've written many various random things, not least of which the novel that I co-wrote with my wife, which I'm pretty sure she's holding up, even though I can't see the camera. And I also write various pieces for Scarred Lands, including one, Dead Man's Rust, which is coming soon to a bookshelf near you, and other projects not yet announced. So you can find me on Facebook at Fran Stewart, and you can find me on Twitter at Ronalyn Valor. I love making new friends, so please show up and introduce yourself.
Yes, and go by Vigilant and write a review of it so that Fran will write you a haiku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while I am digging up the link for Vigilant, next up, let's go ahead and have Zopa give us your pertinence, please.
I'm Jeremy Hochhalter, playing Zopa, the eldest sister of this here bunch of misfits. And you can find me on Twitter at WHPubs, here on Twitch at WH Publications, or over on Facebook at WH Publications. I also am working on their project that Fran alluded to, hashtag coming soon-ish, maybe. Keep your eye out.
Those are all accurate statements,
Yay.
I would say. And you have, what day is your Scarland stream runner?
Scarland stream on my channel at WH Publications is Fridays at 4:30 Eastern.
So yeah, definitely swing by there. Give them a follow and a sub. It's September. So
Yay, September.
shoot subs everywhere. Subs, gift subs, the whole nine.
I just did affiliate, so now we can start unlocking emotes.
Yeah.
Woo! Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Next up, we've got Triss. Please give us your perts.
Hi, I'm Sarah Stewart, she, they. I am playing Triss, the Slitherin rat folk druid, who's the youngest sibling in this misfit family, and apparently a temperamental troublemaker. As Fran said, co-wrote this book. I'm also part of the secret project that we haven't announced yet. So many of us are. And I do a thing with Jeremy on Fridays, right before the Scarred Lands game. We talk about the lore you know, which is deep dive into nerd Scarred Lands topics. And in fact, just last week we talked about possibly the snake rising thing that was alluded to, as we spent much time talking about serpent folk and whatnot. So check out that episode if you want to learn more about.
I have no idea what that possibly could be.
Well, snake serpent folk might be related.
Yeah.
Plausible
maybe
deniability.
Not. I don't know, plausible deniability. But we did talk about the Asathi. Did talk about the Asathi in detail last week. And yeah, that's the bulk of it, I think. And a bunch of titles on Drive-Thru RPG. Do check them out.
Yes, if you go through the Vigilant link, you can get Sarah and Fran's titles just by over in the author side. Both their names are listed.
Yeah, including one I did with Mr. Travis.
Including one we did together. That is true.
Two I did.
Yeah, two. Soon to be three, and then soon to be three and more. Next up, we have Korggix. Give us your perts, please.
Hi, I'm Tric, or the hair trick, because cosmic horror and puns are hysterical. I am a variety streamer on Twitch. I am an outsourced level designer for Relic Entertainment, THQ, and Sega before the THQ bankruptcy. So if you're interested in any level design or just talking at all, my stream's great for that. The game is mainly just a backdrop, and I'm always willing to chat about level design in general. I was also really lucky to finally be able to announce the Patreon, which we just did last week. So that's doing really well, actually, way better than I could have imagined. We're, I think, like $67 per creation on there now.
That's
yeah,
badass.
Nice.
Yeah. So some people are giving me money, and I don't know why. So thank you, people giving me money. But hopefully, I just did the first paid post for that, so that was really cool. I hope everybody enjoyed that. I don't think you get charged till like the first of next month anyway, but that's a whole other thing. But the Patreon, to focus and not veer off into insanity as I do, is writing based. I want to write a book that it's been stuck in my head for like 13 or 14 years now. It started off as a video game, and then the main programmer is super sick, my uncle, and can't really do much with that. So finding an extension to write and do things was, as I finally got involved in D&D as I wanted to be when I was younger, it was this. And I was lucky, really, really lucky to have Travis and everyone else in this call at this point mentor me on that and actually believe in me in some capacity, which has been a complete change of pace compared to my KOTU mapping days. So
You're cranking out some really solid stuff. I'm really excited for people to see it. For sure.
Yeah, I'm really, really proud of what I've done so far. So hopefully the subclasses.
And
work
what's
out.
the name and what's the link?
Because I couldn't make it easy to find. It's a hair trick writing at Patreon. So I will grab the link and put it in chat, I guess, or send it to you.
I got you.
But yeah, it's a hair trick because people are going to hear, oh, he's just saying heretic really funny.
Right.
And then type it wrong and never find it.
That's fair. Well, the link is now in the chat. Please head over there and show Tric some support and some love. Next up, we have Millie. Please give us your pertinent details.
Hello, I am Ayli, she, her pronouns. I play Millie the Ranger, also she, her pronouns. I am a fetish model. You can find me on Twitter at Kitty Curiosity. I'm also part of an X-rated D&D stream called Roll for Seduction, and you can find us on Twitter at Roll Seduction or online at rollforseduction.com. But please only do that if you're a full adult. And I am also part of other projects that have not yet been announced.
This is all true. And you can get cool merch, too. They have an Etsy store. Etsy store? Is that where this was from?
Yeah, we do. We have a really fun merch store. I have a lot of the merch, too.
I plan on increasing my collection.
That's always a good sign.
We've got mugs and T-shirts.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff.
We design things we want, so.
Right, and it's dope. Definitely check it out. But again, when you're grown,
yeah,
adults only and whatnot. Last but most certainly not least, we have Cheshire, the man of the hour, the counter spell and whole person machine. Cheshire, give us your pertinent details, please.
Hi, so I am Chaz, he, him. Cheshire is also he, him. And Chaz researches video games and music and storytelling and all that fun stuff. Cheshire is the wizard fighter. We don't know what he is. Cheshire doesn't know what he is, but he feels bad for Enrique. Especially because we bonded over, Enrique sucks. God, Enrique does suck. Yeah, he really does suck. Enrique's like, I know you can't see me, but I'm here.
Yeah.
That was a rough one.
Yeah, poor. He's gonna cry himself to sleep tonight for sure. Poor kid. All right. And I guess then that leaves me. I'm Travis. He, him pronouns. When I'm not running games on this channel, I have a game I run on Ayli's channel on the second and fourth Wednesday of every month. I'm the programming coordinator for the Onyx Path Twitch channel. And I am the line developer for Scardlands. I think I might have mentioned this last week, but in case I didn't, because time all bleeds together, in quarantine. There were 3 new magic item decks released for Scarred Lands last week.
did.
I don't think I did mention it last week because I think they came out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So you can pick up these decks. You can either get them as a print and play PDF, or you can order print on demand cards. They're playing card size, and it has every magic item in the Scarred Lands is currently available in these decks. So you can get
Very nice.
there's one that's just the magic items that are in the core book. There's one the separate deck that specifically is the boons and tattoos that are listed in the core book, and then there's a deck that focuses on the magic items, boons, and tattoos, everything that was in Wise and the Wicked.
Damn.
So a whole ton of spells. If you're watching this and you're into 5th edition, but you've not checked out Scarred Lands yet, I find that the spell decks and the magic item decks are a good way to sort of dip your toe into the setting, because they carry a lot of flavor and they really show like what makes Scarred Lands unique in a very easy to incorporate way. So if you're playing like a Forgotten Realms campaign, or you're playing Eberron, or you're playing something in like Midgard, whatever 5e setting you're playing in, if you
And you want to terrorize your players.
right, you want to bring some horribleness to the table. These spell cards, these magic items are a good way to get a little taste of the setting. And if you dig them, then you can go in and pick up the whole setting book, and there's much more of that flavor to pull from. So if you head over to Drive-Thru-RPG and the Scarred Lands section, you'll see those decks are up there right now. As everyone has pretty much said, there is a big, special, wonderful thing that is coming very soon. I can't tell you what it is, but we've been working very hard on it. I believe the best way to find out what it is would be to keep an eye on the Monday meeting notes for the Onyx Path. Should be something coming up soon we'll be able to tell the whole world about. I'm very excited about it. So if you just go to, is it theonyxpath.com, I believe?
Sounds right.
That's where all of your Onyx Path Central news is dropped. It's every Monday there's a kind of a blog that has all the big news from the previous week. So that's just a place to check out. The new installment of the blog will be up tonight. I don't know if there will be an announcement in it or not. Guess you'll have to look and find out. And then you'll be like, what the hell were they talking about? And then it will be very obvious what we were talking about, I promise. Other thing I wanted to talk about just real quick with Onyx Path is that the Scion Demigod Kickstarter is going on right now. And they're on, I don't know, their 8th stretch goal or something like that. It's doing really well. So mad congrats to the Scion team. But if you have not yet done so, it's a perfect time to check out Scion, because you can get discounted copies of like the Hero and Origin, which are the 2 games that lead up to Demigod. You can get those discounted in like a bundle in some of the add-ons they have. It's just a cool, affordable way to check out the whole setting and get the latest book, which is Demigod. So check that out on Kickstarter and spread the word. We will be back here this time next week to see where this lovely conversation with Copperfield is going to go. And if you've not yet done so, please follow, like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff that you do. And thank you so much for checking us out, whether it's live or in one of the replays. Just remember, if you want to check this out audio only, we do put up a podcast through my Patreon page. It's Patreon exclusive for the first week, and then it goes public. So you can always catch up there. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you very much for just being here and for letting us continue to make fun nerd shit. And thank you to my players for just being awesome and for the laughs today. My side hurts.
Oh, thank you.
And everybody be good to yourselves and each other, and be sure to mask up and wash your hands. We'll see you soon.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.